welcome back to Activate Magnetic Love Tarot. How are you? I hope you're well. Thanks for showing up and being here with me right here, right now. And this is a pick a card reading. Pick a card, any card. Maybe you can see we have some amethyst over here. It's the first card, or first pile of cards. And then we have the crystal, the B. And then we have C. Rose. A rose. So this is for the week of November 19th through the 25th. And yeah, it's a holiday here in the States. I'm not sure if you celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't necessarily buy the traditional story of Thanksgiving, but I do want to just be present in a state of gratitude for everything that I have, everything that I'm able to give and receive, for all the blessings and the wonderful relationships in my life. And I'm just grateful to be here right now with you. Doing these videos is really helping me on my path, and just I'm excited to really show up a lot more. I haven't had the time to really do what I want to do yet, but it's just little baby steps. We'll get there, right? You know, baby steps. But yeah, just, you know, I don't know what you've got going on this weekend. Or this week. I know that this can be a time where people feel really lonely and have a really tough time over the holidays, and I want you to know that I'm thinking of you, and I'm holding space for you, that you can feel richness in your heart and can reach out and get what you need. And sometimes we forget that it's that simple, that we can actually reach out for help when we need it. So please reach out and get the help that you need if you're having a tough time during the holidays, because you deserve it, and I'm holding space for you. Okay, so I'm going to just ring the bell, this little bell, 3 times, just to get us nice and grounded and ready for this reading. And it's bright again. Oh well. So here we go. So, one for me. One for you. One for us. Okay, wonderful. Let's dive in. All right. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm in a really super duper mellow mood. And I'm sorry about my lighting. It's still a timing thing. I haven't worked it out. All right. So we have A, B, C. Let's just take a breath. Is it going to be A, B, or C? And I'll have in the comment below which one is which if you want to skip ahead in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and start with reading A, which is the amethyst. All right. So let's start off with so you're coming to an end of a cycle. And it's been pretty heavy duty potentially. Let's just bring them all. So every week I just kind of do whatever I'm intuitively guided to do, and so there's not really an order of how many cards I do, which deck. It's just like what I'm being called upon. And so we've got 2 regular playing cards. We've got the Jack of Hearts and the 10 of Spades. And a few things are coming through for these 2 cards right here, and we'll dive in deeper with the other cards in just a minute. But the 10 of Spades is like you're coming to the end of a difficult challenge. And with it right next to the Jack of Hearts, it could be a love challenge. It could be a challenge where you felt maybe potentially misled, or like the joke was on you. But that also said, the Jack of Hearts could be an admirer, and you know who they are. So you might have had some kind of challenge in your life or in love with maybe somebody else who was kind of treating you like a fool in love, but you have a secret admirer and you know who they are and they really have their eyes on you. So both may apply, or maybe just one of them. This is a general reading, so it's for many of you, and everyone's going through different things at different times. So just take whatever resonates with you. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Staves, which the Nine of Staves goes kind of hand in hand with the Ten of Spades, in that you're coming to completion with something, which means you've had a really long and exhausting journey. And it's just time for you to rest and recoup your energy so that you can really finish the task at hand. Like sometimes we just want to dive in and finish everything, but we can't take care of our physical body by just dragging ourselves down the endless road. We have to take time to rest and reboot. And it's almost like the vibe I'm getting from this picture right now is like a nice hot steamy shower. Like, you know, you gotta get in the shower, rinse off all the intensity that you've been through, and take some time for you, because there's something coming to completion, but you're not going to get there without getting a little bit of rest. So maybe I did too many cards in my hand. I'm not sure how to do this smoothly. So okay, we'll come back to those and bring in these other two cards, which we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is an incredible card, and the Six of Swords. Both are wonderful, or really wonderful news. So the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Discs, is a very lucky card. It could be something new and incredible is coming, is either just showing up and surprising you, or you've got one of those, like, I want to say electric ideas, like an idea that just hits you, and it's just like, it could be a total game changer if you follow that inspiration. But you're definitely close to the beginning of something that could affect your life in an incredible way. And it's something that is a game changer, because the Six of Swords just is, and I love this version of the Six of Swords because it's just taking you swiftly into the future, like flying above and beyond into a new realm of being. And so yeah, especially coming out of this, you know, exhausted. I've never really saw this as like a shower before, but it's kind of funny. This exhaustion of just like taking that downtime and, like, you know, getting into the shower and rinsing it off and just going, okay, tomorrow is another day. Maybe today I do need a rest and recover because I'm so close. But if I don't take care of myself, I'm not going to get there. Or if I do, I won't have any help at the end of the finish line. You know, like, we got to take care of our bodies along the way, right? And we also, I think this is kind of what we're stepping into. That there's a secret admirer who you know about. And also, this could be an offer, a pretty major offer. Maybe they've been kind of holding back, but maybe they're about to start stepping forward and bringing you an offer of love, and it'll be a dynamic beginning that will take you to a whole new realm of intimacy with each other. So yeah. And if this isn't a love reading, so Activate Magnetic Love. When I talk about love, I talk about love in its all-encompassing abilities. And definitely we could, you know, there's incredible love to be shared intimately in a one-on-one romantic relationship. Don't get me wrong, like, there's the most transformative ability in stepping into intimacy and vulnerability in a way that really teaches you how to grow and unfold and to learn new parts of you via love, by diving deep with somebody. But that love is also, it's a language, it's a choice, it's in every moment, it's in every interaction. And to just think it's a romantic love is to sell ourselves short. So activating magnetic love, just to get to the idea behind the name of my channel, well, it has to do with a book I wrote as well called Sexy Magnetic You. You can catch it on Amazon. But love lives within us, and it's available every moment. And yeah, there's incredible, there's so much to romantic love. I'm sorry as I hit the thing. But there's love in our friendships. There's love in what we do with how we choose to use our time, like when we show up to our job, if we can bring our passion and our love to our job, then that's huge. I mean, if you find the right thing you're passionate about to show up for every day, like, it won't even be work. It'll be just like you get to do something that you're in love with. So this could be romantic, but it also could be a new journey in loving the work you're doing, or the thing that you're sharing with the world, the passion that you're excited to share. Like, you might have a new inkling of like, oh, I really want to write this book or start this blog or do a YouTube channel or a knitting show, or I don't know whatever it is, because you have something very uniquely that is fine-tuned to you. Whatever your thing is, you might just get a spark that just activates this, like, wow, okay, this was the missing link that I needed to really start this new energy, this new journey that's going to take you just so much farther than you've been. And it's going to take you places. So that's what's coming in for A. If you chose A, you've been through a difficult ending cycle that has been challenging, but you're close to completion, and you need to take that time out for yourself to rest and re-energize yourself, so you can tap back into a more of a youthful feeling where you could follow your passion and give yourself that downtime so that you can feel this wonderful Ace of Pentacles that is showing up for you. And sometimes you just need to daydream a little bit, and maybe by daydreaming that'll activate the energy so that you can take it places. All right, fantastic. I'm like, I just got a message. It's still recording. All right, we're good. We're flowing. It's Mercury retrograde, so we'll see if this video works out. Okay, moving on to B. Is this your reading? Did you choose B? All right, well, let's take a nice deep breath for B. I'm a bit of a breath junkie. Breath is the most powerful tool, and I think as a society we're kind of trapped in panic mode. And so I do everything I can to get my clients breathing consciously. And that simple step right there is a huge game changer. So yeah, deep breath. Letting go of anything you no longer need. You just can let it go, whatever it is, at any time with the exhale. It's that simple. All right, B, this is for you. This is your reading. And what do we have? What do we have? Ooh, starting off very confidently with the Ace of Staves. This is excitement. This is fiery, passionate energy. This is very phallic, turned on, excited, fire. But what else? Let's. Ooh, okay. All right. So we have an exciting new relationship. Or even, it doesn't have to be a new relationship. It can be a relationship that's just being reactivated by the Ace of Staves here. We have the Empress and the King of Cups. And these two together, it's just with the Ace of Staves, is just I think a divine union of the male and the feminine energies. And this could be both just aspects of yourself that excite you into, you bring both elements of yourself into balance, and that's a game changer in your creativity. But if you're solo and you're not really feeling relationship energy, that's probably what that means for you. But if there is a potential relationship or that you're in, or keep your eyes open, because there might be something showing up, because it's definitely showing up in the cards. So the King of Cups, let's just look at this card for a moment. So the King of Cups is completely unafraid to dive deep within his emotions, but he also doesn't let his emotions rock the boat. He allows himself to have a deep awareness of his emotions. And because of them, he learns about himself through his ability to dive deep. Like, I love even like the Ace, it's like the Ace of Cups diving deep into the water. It's his offer of depth of emotion. So he's very balanced in his emotions, very compassionate, and is definitely, if this is a relationship you're asking about, he is showing up, he is present, he's not running from the emotion, he's here to dive into it. And so is she. She's the Empress. The Empress is very much about receiving and fertility and unfolding and blossoming and blooming, and just that wonderful, beautiful goddess energy and birthing energy and the divine feminine. I love these two together. These two together is that perfect balance of male, female that we all have. And when we balance that, then we can really give birth to new things in a really beautiful, balanced, compassionate way. Let's see, what are the other cards we have here? Oh, so I mean, again, bringing in the Ace, it's like, yeah, it's almost like, okay, so you have these two halves of yourself, then that just creates you so solid. Like, anything is possible if you can balance these two. You can just bring anything that you're passionate about to the table and be extremely successful with it. And if it's a relationship, it has what it needs to go places, and it's going to. Like, this is a fiery, dynamic. You probably you're not even questioning what this is about. You know what it's about, and if you don't yet, you soon will. And I'm excited for you. And then we have two just regular playing cards. We have the 7 of Diamonds and the 8 of Diamonds, which I love the progression, because the 7 is kind of a worry about finances, like old financial fears and, poverty conscious running loops. And it's the importance of putting down that negative mindset and realizing it's just something in the past. And yeah, we're all, you're going to hit bumps along the road, but like being overly, I don't know how to say, just focusing on like, oh God, a bump in the road may be coming, a bump in the road may be coming. It's like, no, you need to focus on just being more positive and focusing on the 8 of Diamonds, which the 8 of Diamonds is like, you've got all that you need to be successful. And if you put in the work, you will get what you need and some, and you'll be recognized for it. Like, you will definitely be, the 8 of Diamonds is like, wants to be seen for its hard work and its fruition and its ability to make things happen. So maybe it's like that's what you're leaving behind, is this scarcity energy, and you just need to show up and get in balance and just, focus on every little thing that you can to just create that feeling of being stable, of like, just being really proud of what you're doing too. Like, work, creating creating from a place of passion in terms of creating your life and the things that you want to, it's also a sense of like how you want to be seen, right? So you put down your fearful. My words are definitely a little Mercury retrograde-ish today. But anyway, all right, so you put down the fear. You decide, you know what, I got what it takes. And I'm excited to show off what I got because I got what it takes. And I'm going to take this incredible energy. I'm going to take both sides of me, the like masculine forward energy and then the feminine receptive energy, and balance these two. And I'm going to bring whatever it is, whether it's the relationship or the job, career, that wonderful new song you're working on, that book, that photograph, that whatever it is, whatever your thing is, bring that to the table and just get excited and just like, this is activated fiery energy. So it's here for you. What are you going to do? That's the question. This reading is about you. What are you going to do with this energy? Focus on balancing that male and the female energy and putting down that fear consciousnness and take action because exciting things are happening. And if it's a relationship, maybe it's like, yeah, come on, get excited. You know, if you don't see an incredible relationship showing up, if you did have an incredible relationship, what would you be doing? What would you be wearing? What would you be eating? What would you be thinking? Step into that and then ta-da, they're going to show up because that's what your reading says. So fantastic. That feels pretty good. And moving on to C, which is the rose. All right. So let's see what I can't even see. I've been saying this silly thing and it cracks me up and I can't even say it because of Mercury retrograde. Oh. I'm a Gemini. I'm ruled by Mercury, so that's my excuse. No. Okay. Starting off with temptation. And I could just hear Tom Waits. Down in the valley below. Okay. And that lyric is probably not correct. I tend to invent lyrics all the time, so please excuse me. Temptation. That's typically the devil card. And let's take a peek at the other cards. Ooh, look, there's a lot of Ace of Wands going. This is a different deck, but this is the Ace of Wands again. So, all right, let's bring all of these in to see what, okay, all right. So, well, I'm going to put these down for a minute and talk about temptation. Okay, so temptation, well, typically the devil card is you want to watch out for like addiction. And yeah, and I think this is definitely feeling, let's see what the other cards are. This is definitely feeling like a relationship reading. So if you picked C, this is definitely more resonating as a relationship read. So when I see the devil, I think in some ways it like, for me, it can be just like sexuality, sensuality, like what is the, that darker side of you that wants to be explored potentially, or what is potentially been demonized by, the church you went to, or the, the ideas of sex when you were growing up, or like sometimes I think it's asking us to like kind of get clear on what our darker side needs and wants, and to connect with that desire. Because I'm not really feeling an addiction to this, but I think that's always a good thing, especially when it comes to like sexuality and creating that. This is feeling very sexual to me as well. When you're feeling that like passionate fire, it can be very addictive, and you're gonna want to make sure you can keep that in balance so that you don't allow that to become something that's not, that just out of balance, you know, everything with moderation and everything with clarity. And you don't want to just be, you know, this addicted person. You know, hopefully you could take this incredible energy, which is all about passion and creativity, and create something with it. So it's not just about like this boom, you know, orgasmic energy. It's like the creation that comes from that orgasmic energy, or from that connection with one another, like that, you know. And I think that our society needs to like waken up a little bit more. I think we've kind of been over. See, my words are really struggling today, but I want to say pornized. my word. I think we've just been like, you know, thrown sex and violence over and over and over and over and over again. And, you know, I think kids these days are exposed to it and they think that's what intimacy and sex is. And, you know, I'm nothing wrong with hot, steamy sex, but there's something more to be gained, I think, from okay, so we got a lot of heart energy coming in here, right? So it's not just pelvis. We're talking, and this is definitely an incredible relationship card. So it's like you guys are in perfect harmony. So your mind, body, and soul, or however you want to look at that. That's just how I read that just now, just because I wanted to ground the feet if I was looking at them as two figures, but it's a little just rambling at this point. But so potentially there's going to be some temptation with somebody, or maybe you already have a relationship, and maybe there's some aspects of your past that is holding you from really diving deep into exploring your darker side. And it doesn't even have to be a darker side, but maybe the past would have called it a darker side. And really your spirit wants you to really awaken from that energy and to like have a creative, beautiful dynamic that comes from it, that creates, I mean, it's like the Two of Pentacles here. It's like creating dynamic change, because we also have the Five of Hearts, which is again like giving birth to something new, incredible new opportunities. And then, you know, again, it doesn't have to be just a romantic, sexual, sensual thing that's coming up, but with the hearts and the energy, I'm really feeling that. But I mean, yeah, I really am feeling that. Sorry, you see my boo-boo, I hurt myself. Okay, anyway, as I talk as like a 5-year-old. But okay, I'm trying to translate this into work, but it really doesn't feel like work. But maybe that the work is that you need to allow yourself to feel this passion, to feel safe in a place of sensual passion, sexual passion, and that could be solo. You know, maybe it's, you know, hey, anything's possible, right? And especially if you don't have a relationship, exploring that energy by yourself is a super powerful thing to do. It's just to like allow yourself to receive and to awaken and to kind of, you know, you can set intention during that time, and you can just like ask your higher being, you know, to help you to receive what you want to receive in life in that state. Like it's in a way I can look at orgasmic energy as really dynamic prayer energy or manifestation, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I just want to put that out there because that's what's coming in here. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is just like boom, you know, like it okay, you're gonna get a message like that. This is kind of a love message that's gonna come in, and it's gonna be just like boom. There's no way to like. It is Mercury retrograde, but you won't misread this signal. It'll be super clear. It'll come through, and again, it could come through when you're doing your own little healing meditation with yourself. It could be dynamic energy that comes through that gives birth to a whole new way of looking at something that potentially you demonized at one point, but all of a sudden you're realizing that there's like a complete ability to transform something, whatever it is. It could be, you know, it could be a block in your creativity with work or your business or a friendship or whatever, but by just be open to receiving this, because there's a perfect relationship, whether it's your mind, body, and soul, and you honoring your own mind, body, and soul in a sacred way, in a passionate way, in a playful way, in a new and exciting way that maybe it's time to explore and give birth to new ways of experiencing things, especially that push the boundaries on potentially what you allowed yourself to receive in the past. So I hope this isn't too much of a sexy reading for C, but that's what I'm seeing, so I'm not gonna. And there was this beautiful rose that was coming in, so maybe it's time for you to like unfold and open up and explore pleasure, explore, and it doesn't have to just be, again, I think, you know, we've been too much sex and violence, you know, which basically I think numbs us from what this energy really is, right? Like this is, you know, this is like the beginning of creation as we know it, and there's nothing numbing about that. So, oh, and the bell wanted to be rung again. So yeah, maybe just revisit like what judgments you have on yourself or how you demonize yourself, and maybe be your perfect partner within your mind, body, and soul to just give birth to a new understanding of who you are and what your needs are, and to kind of put the old past judgments that aren't serving you and that are holding you from receiving pleasure, whether it's in your business, in your creativity, in your physical body, in your emotional ability to receive. Just allow this like clearing energy to come through however you want to do it. Then you could just meditate to get there, you know, it doesn't have to be all sexy time, but if you're inspired, yeah, sexy time can be meditation too. And just allow whatever process you decide to use to enjoy this activated energy that's coming in. Allow this message to come in, or these messages. And it may, all of a sudden you'll get an intuition of like, oh, I need to make a phone call and I need to make sure it's not divinely timed, but like make sure you're not pushing something an agenda that you've been wanting to do that, I don't even know where this is coming from. It's me being protective of the Mercury retrograde energy. You're going to take action. Make sure it's coming from a pure place and that you're very clear with what you're going to say, so that so you can say it clearly during the retrograde. And there's just so much heart energy coming in. It's like, you know what? Just come from your heart, come from your mind, a balanced place of mind, body, and soul. And, you know, 5 and 6 is 11, which is also like kind of 2 of Wands energy, you know, seeing each other eye to eye. That's coming through. 11 boiled down is 2, so it could be quite an incredible partnership that is going to allow you to grow in incredible ways. And you just have to like put down the past judgments and allow yourself to explore. All right, that's what's coming in. So yeah, so sorry about that. So yeah, I'm wishing you all an incredible week. I hope that, again, if you need support during the holidays, to just reach out. And I'll probably put some links down below of some good hotlines if you are feeling like you're in a crisis mode or whatever that you could call. But also, it's Thanksgiving. It's a perfect time to be generous and give to others. Like, be grateful that you can give. So maybe think about how you can bring something incredible to someone else's table and how you can just show up as an offer of love and gratitude. And maybe it's just doing the dishes or, you know, listening to someone who needs someone to talk to, or donating to the campfire situation. That situation's really been heavy on my heart. So I'll definitely put some links of down below if you'd like to donate and you're feeling generous, and also some hotlines. But I just want you to know that I am sending you a lot of love and light, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And if you'd like to work with me, I'm an incredible hypnotherapist as well as a life coach. And again, I also have a book called Sexy Magnetic You. It's on Amazon. But yeah, my mission here on this planet is to, is to just show up and help people remember who they are. And a lot of what we think we are is just like conditioned BS that was handed to us and is just running circles in our minds. You know, all the I can'ts and I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy is something that was handed to you. Like you weren't born with that. And I want to help you to get back to that place of just being the gift that you are. And that's why I'm on this planet, is to help remind us how amazing we are. And I love it so much. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end it with the three little bells because it just called me and asked me to do it. So one for me, one for you, and one for us. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. And be more than well. And you can reach out to me at activatemagneticlovetarot@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks so much. Be more than well. Bye-bye.